BB851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Hey everyone, so if you've been watching the channel for some time, you'll probably know how much I enjoy talking about fleets and fleet replacement plans, as well as airlines' future plans, and that's why making the Situation of series has been so much fun, and frankly your support has been no doubt incredible. In today's viewer-requested airline focus, I'll be taking the time to look at Virgin Atlantic, who are planning on major fleet, route and cabin changes in the future. As you've probably seen from either recent videos or social media, Virgin Atlantic will be welcoming on their first of 12 A350-1000s this coming English summer, in a move that'll completely change their fleet, and of course have major repercussions with their older aircraft. The Airbus A350 is very fuel efficient, and in comparison to their A340s and 747s, it's leaps and bounds ahead. Virgin Atlantic will retire its remaining A340s by year's end, with reports suggesting that the final A340-600 will leave the airline in October or November of this year. The airline will also be saying goodbye to their iconic Boeing 747-400s as the A350-1000s continue to arrive, with the last likely departing in 2021. With the types both flying out of London Heathrow, Manchester and Gatwick, the arrival of the A350-1000 will certainly be a changing of the guard. At this stage, Virgin Atlantic has scheduled their first A350-1000 to be headed to New York. The Virgin Atlantic CEO said, "When you buy a plane of this nature and spend billions of dollars, you don't just do it on a gut feeling. We've done a lot of studies and we find that there's balance with this smaller plane versus the 747 and the A340, but it is a twin engine, so the unit economics becomes so much more efficient. It's a 30% reduction in fuel." Virgin Atlantic most recently announced the cabin product for their A350-1000. The airline also said that it'd be introducing a brand new upper class seat for its Boeing 787s. Many believe that they would just implement the upper class seat on the 787 that's found on the A350-1000, but that won't be the case. According to Australian Business Traveller, the upper class revealed on the A350 was made specifically for the A350 and won't be rolled out on any other Virgin Atlantic aircraft. It's also increasingly likely that while it'll be a new design, it'll also be heavily inspired by the upper class seat that features on that A350. When discussing the A350 more specifically, the CEO added, "You don't just build a plane for 1 year. These planes will be around for 20 to 25 years. You don't just do this for the economics. Nothing is set in stone. You start off with a cabin and you expect to hold it for 7 to 10 years, and then after that, you can always change it. But we believe it is the right unit economics and the right seat densification." Virgin Atlantic also believes that their future is going to be heavily focused on the transatlantic sector, a market which is not only now oversaturated, but will actually see JetBlue come into the mix in 2021. Virgin feel that they are perfectly positioned to battle for the transatlantic market share, and the A350-1000, which will debut on a service to New York, is the perfect way to get that market share. The CEO further commented how the aircraft is actually designed inside to make the traveller's experience worth their buck. He said specifically, "We think we've raised the bar and made it into a flexible work and party environment." Virgin Atlantic plans to finally introduce a number of new services to their route network in the coming years, with namely Sao Paulo being announced in the past few weeks. Virgin will also team up with Delta from 2020 on a Gatwick to Boston and Gatwick to JFK route. And that is the situation at Virgin Atlantic. A big thanks to everyone who continues to support this series. I'm really glad you all are enjoying it, and I do very much look forward to you all joining me in the next video.